Right, and I think we are about to get ready. Here we go. The riders are lining up the gate for the final race of the evening. Look at them all line up. I just want to take a good look here at my boy Barber. Oh man, Barber's looking good. Anyways,
21 riders at the gate, but only one of them can win.
there's only ever one winner. As the 15-second board is out, we are about to get ready for Moto 2 in the C Class at Backyard MX Round 3 here at Redbud, and we are underway. Looking who is going to get the good start. Barboza getting the whole shot
crash.
again. Massive crash. Barboza actually able to get on the brakes for this moto, but Grizz is going to take the lead away from him. So Barboza moving into second. J-Lab moving into third. Mickley, Mojo, Landry rounding out your top six there. In comes Rye, Sync Envy, Essence, Panda, Dig, Bryce, Jensen, Rippin, Motodon, Guez, Sir Lose-A-Lot. I believe that was Hurry over there. Oh, so Grizz end up going down. Van Meel sitting in the back. Resolute Kraken and Barber sitting very far back. But right now, Barboza on the Factory Goon Honda team riding a Kawasaki is going to end up going down. And his bike's going to hit J-Lab, who's also going to go down. So we got Mojo sitting in first with Rise sitting in right behind him. Mick Lee coming in third. They're all just changing around. Oh, Rise going to take it away as he gets the inside. Mojo moving back into second. Mick Lee moving to third, or staying in third. But here comes Panda as both him and Mojo end up blowing the berm on the sand section.
Dig is buried way back of the pack.
Oh, and Barbosa going to go down. Bryce go down. Essence hits on the tail end of that. He's going to lose a bunch of positions as Sync Envy, Guez, and Jensen get by him. Dig sitting around, I'd say that's 9th to 10th place, while him and J-Lab are now battling again, but not for the spots that they would want. Coming back to our leader here as Rye on the Twisted T Suzuki is leading. Mick Lee on the beautiful Tropical Honda, Mojo, a Factory Goon, and Panda of Sky Racing. Panda, the only podium position racer of Moto 1, sitting in this top four.
Rye was third.
Oh, I take that back. My big apologies. Rye was in third. You guys got me all messed up on the Van Meel conversation.
My bad.
You guys got me all two-sided. We all know Navo very simple. So Bryce of Sky Racing, Dig sitting
and
here.
Rye goes down.
So Rye's going to go down. So here we go. Mick Lee sitting in first. Rye second. Panda third. Mojo fourth. It is good to see Mojo up here in this pack battling where he knows he can be up here at the front runners of the C class. And back here comes Bryce, another Sky Racing member sitting in fifth. Sync Envy, Rippin, 6th and 7th. Motodon, Van Meel, 8th and 9th, with Dig sitting in 10th.
And what a battle for second place right now, though.
As we are just panning the camera over to that. Mickley gonna take the inside. Rye taking the inside. Panda taking the outside. Mojo was gonna take the inside, but made a little bit of mistake going in. He's got to opt to double Larocco's leap.
And Mick Lee went down after the sand section there. So that's going to hand the lead over to Rye now, if I'm not mistaken.
You would be right on that. So there's Rye. Mick Lee goes down in the corner, so Panda is going to take over that second place spot. Mojo's going to take third. So here we are, a very familiar scene. Just spots just swapped just a little bit from the first moto. Rye sitting in first. Panda of Sky Racing sitting in second. Mojo Factory Goon Honda third. Mickley in fourth. Bryce of Sky Racing in fifth. Sync Envy on the Lucas Oil Honda sitting in sixth. Rippin on Factory Goon Kawasaki. Van Meel on the Dollar Tree Racing. J-Lab, Woody Graphics, Guez, PCH Racing, Jensen, Verb Moto, Dig, Street Dogs Racing. That should round out just about your top 10 there. And Moto Don on the Factory Goon Kawasaki. So here we go. Already some absolute exciting racing going on here as spots are just changing back and forth, but coming back to our leaders of Rye.
Oh,
And
and Rye goes off.
Rye blows the corner in the sand section, and that is going to allow Panda to take the lead and Mojo to get a pretty good run, as he's going to have to opt to take the outside. So Rye's going to hold that second position back. Both Mojo and Rye taking the inside over Larocco's. They are both going to make it over. Mojo with a little bit of a case, so losing a good little bit of time there. But he is still going to keep on Rye's back fender, or at least he is going to try to. He does not want to lose sight of them. And here
The runs
comes...
have to start getting pretty rough on this track.
Absolutely. You guys can just see here just how tore up this track is starting to get. A great example of it is this corner. You see the guys really starting to take the inside right here instead of opting to take this berm, because it's just getting so deep that if you mess it up, you will go over the berm and lose a lot of positions here. But here he is, folks. Panda of Sky Racing, your current leader, with Rye sitting right behind him. Oh, Mojo must have made a mistake, because he's sitting back here with Bryce and Sky battling for fourth, as Sync Envy is now going to move and try to take a spot as he's going in for that fifth place position, but Mojo is going to hold it. Rippin and J-Lab battling for seventh, with Van Meel sitting in eighth.
Now we gotta ask, where is Dig?
I'm just looking for him now.
18th is what it's showing on timing and scoring.
Oh, what happened to Dig? He is way back here with Landry. So they are sitting, yeah, I think you're somewhere right about, I think they're more sitting, I think 15th and 16th now, as Dig's trying to make a move on Sir Lose-A-Lot of the SYS team.
That just goes to show that how quickly things can change.
Let's see, coming back to our leader here. Where is he? Oh, Panda must have made a mistake on the inside, but he is, yeah.
Down.
Yep, so Panda still your race leader. Rye trying to close in the gap on him, and there is Mojo sitting in third, Rippin in fourth, Van Meel moving up to fifth. Sync Envy dropping to sixth, J-Lab seventh. Bryce has also lost a few positions as he's now sitting in eighth. And Mick Lee sitting in ninth, who was sitting as a leader not that long ago. But just as Pibbert was saying, your spots can lose. You can lose a lot of spots very quickly with constant mistakes on Redbud.
Oh yeah, man, for sure. I mean, take Moto 1. Dig absolutely checked out on everybody. He was consistent every single lap. And then here we get into Moto 2, and it's not the same scenario. With him being that far back, my guess is that he has had a lot of trouble in keeping the bike up and staying clean. Probably from the get-go on the start. I'm not 100% if he got caught up in all that carnage that went on in the first turn or not, but the evidence is there that he's had a rough moto this time to absolutely dominate the first one like he did. So
absolutely. During that, Van Meel has taken over the fourth place spot from Rippin, as Rippin went down on the table just before the sand section.
Yeah, he's starting to chase Mojo down.
and it looks like Rise actually closed the gap on Panda a little bit. knocking it down to just over 1 second there.
So here it is, your leaders currently. Panda sending it over the downhill double.
Van Mille went for the pass on Mojo.
And he gets it. He makes it stick.
He's going to make it stick there. So Mojo gonna have to really fight. And oh, Van Meel's gonna go down. Mojo's gonna hit him, but fortunately stay up. Now Sink Envy is gonna make the pass on Van Meel. So Van Meel getting pushed back down to 5th. But he is a kid on a mission. Oh, and Mojo went down. I believe Mojo hit a SpongeBob. So he has dropped quite a few positions. So he is sitting back here with J-Lab sitting about 7th place. And now Van Meel and Sink Envy are battling out, and Van Meel's going to take the position. Moving Van Meel now into, that should be 3rd position. As Panda and Rye still out here battling each other for the lead.
Keep in mind, Van Meel does, if I'm seeing that correctly, Van Meel does have a 5-second cut.
Ooh. A 5-second cut. Thank you, as always, Sir Pibbert, for checking that up. Van Meel going to have to opt to double LaRocco's leap, so Sink is going to gain some time on him. Here comes Rippin and J-Lab. There is Mickley, who's moved up a couple positions, and Mojo's going to go down, landing on the side of LaRocco's. And Bryce of Sky Racing coming up behind him. So some unfortunate incidents happening all across the track here at Redbud.
Yeah, timing and scoring is showing, if that's up to date and correct, it's showing Van Meel at 6th there, and that may be due to that cut.
That very much can be. They only just crossed the finish line, so I assume that is fairly accurate. And this right here, this Moto 2, compared to Moto 1, the pack is so very much more tight-knit that those 5-second cuts can extremely hurt you for positions. And there he is, Van Meel, who is physically sitting in 3rd, but timing and scoring has got him in 6th. So Sink right now is currently holding that 3rd place spot with Rippin in 4th. But I do believe that has changed now. Rippin must have made a big mistake, so J-Lab and Mickey are going to get ahead of Rippin there. So we're coming in looking at this battle for 5th place between J-Lab and Mickley. Man, that Honda is beautiful, and I can't stop looking at it. Coming in, both opting to take the inside, coming up to LaRocco's. Mickley gonna send it over. J-Lab with just a little bit of a wheel tap case, but is able to keep it up and keep his momentum going.
Van Meel, he does. He got another 5-second cut. I was going to say he dropped way on the list there. After they came across the line, he has another 5-second cut.
That is 10 seconds added on. That is only gonna hurt him in the end. He has got to keep it within the track limits. And oh, Sink Envy is, wow, he went full X Games double front flip 360, but manages to keep it up thanks to the fence.
While that was going on, Panda went down after the triple, and Rye has gotten around him. So now Van Meel's knocking on the back door of Panda. But as we said before, Van Meel has got 10 seconds worth of cuts. So though he may physically be right there making a pass for 2nd, it's not going to help him a whole lot unless he can gap him about 10 seconds.
Yeah, and it looked like Van Meel was trying to force the issue there on those little uphill rollers. But Panda was shutting it down, and he was not going to let him get by so easily. Van Meel opting to take the inside on the sand section, trying to put Panda even further outside off the track, but Panda, with the better drive, was able to keep it. So here they come. just about side by side as they're coming into the corner right before Larocco's. Panda
they
sending it
collide.
over. They collided. Van Meel had to double, but luckily both riders are going to stay on two wheels. So can Panda mount a counterattack here on Van Meel? It is getting crazy here. And you can just see how tore up this soft dirt is at Redbud. So now Van Meel has got his eyes set on Rye, your current race leader, with a little more than 5 minutes plus 2 laps here to go for Moto 2. But it does look like Van Meel has exactly 10 seconds of cut, so timing and scoring is currently putting him in 4th. As he's starting to really close in that gap on Rye. Moving back, our battle for 4th and 5th place between Mickley and Sync Envy. Mickley's been having a pretty good ride here. He was a race leader for a bit, dropped down to about 9th, but he's made himself right back up to 4th as he's battling Sync Envy on the Lucas Oil Honda.
Yeah, this is a much better moto for him than the first moto was. I don't remember exactly where he finished in the first moto, but I know it was pretty deep in the pack. So, good ride for him, the second moto, to be up top 5.
Coming in, we have J-Lab sitting in 7th, I believe, there. And Bryce of Sky Racing, also a pretty decent ride for him, sitting in 8th. Rippin on the Factory Gun Kawasaki, Motodon on the Factory Gun Kawasaki, and Mojo. Unfortunate for Mojo, he's sitting about 10th position now. Was up there, was a race leader for a short bit. And here comes Dig, your Moto 1 leader, sitting in about 11th.
And Van Meel now has a 15-second worth of cuts, man. I was sitting there watching the timing and scoring as it crossed the finish line and seeing him drop down to 5th place, even though he's got a huge gap over those guys. He's got 15 seconds worth of cuts, and that is going to be crucial at the end of this.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Paradox, I would love to show you the battles, but this is about the best battling we can get right here, the closest guys that are next to each other. But, you know, I say that, and it looks like Van Meel is actually caught right back up to Rye. But it is going to be a very big ask of Van Meel to get around Rye and get 15 seconds ahead of him.
Nava, if you kick it back to Bryce.
That's Van Meel just
Oh, yeah, Van Meel hit a tree, and he had to hard
got
reset.
stuck in it.
Yeah. There's
Bryce
Mickey.
Rippin and Motodon, Mojo, all them are pretty tight back here for, I guess, about 7th.
You would be right on that. So there is Bryce of Sky Racing and Motodon on the Factory Goon Kawasaki. Mojo is going to end up still holding that dig spot. Holding dig at bay is what I meant to say. There's always one. Navo does English sometimes, but man, it is hard. So Mojo and Dig, your Moto 1 winner, battling out back here for 10th place. An unfortunate race for Dig so far. We're also looking at Bryce and Motodon battling for 8th place up here. Going back to our leaders, where are they? There is Panda. Van Meel must have went down again because now Mickley has gotten ahead of him. So Mickley now sitting in that 3rd place spot. Rye still holding very steady up here in 1st. There goes Panda in 2nd. Mickley sitting in 3rd. Van Meel sitting in 4th. And with those cuts, he is really going to have to turn on the gas. Sync Envy and J-Lab, they're starting to come up a little bit.
Motodon and Bryce are back at it again. They're side by side over the triple.
Yeah, I'm right there looking at it. Motodon gonna elect to take the inside line and try to push him out. Ends up colliding with Bryce, and Bryce is gonna end up going down. Mojo and Dig are gonna take away Bryce's position. Mojo taking the inside, Dig taking the outside. Mojo holding on extremely well, holding on for dear life to make sure Dig doesn't get by him as they're coming over the table. I just saw a massive wheelie from Dig. Motodon is going to blow it on the corner. Oh, and Dig's going to end up hitting Motodon's bike. So Mojo in some very clear air now. There is Bryce, Dig, Motodon, and Rippin'. Everyone dropping back a few spots. As we are sitting, we are just about done. That is 20 minutes of time, so 3 laps remaining.
J-Lab moved up to 4th.
And I'm moving up to 4th. Here we go. Where are they at? There is Mickley still sitting in 3rd. Van Meel physically sitting in 4th. But sitting in 6th, yeah. So here it is as we're coming to this battle with Mickley and Van Meel. Van Meel was knocking on the door for the lead, but some bad line choices and mistakes have dropped him now back to 4th. We'll keep an eye on that as we're going back here. Still, this battle with Motodon, Bryce, Dig, and now Sir Lose-A-Lot is starting to come into the mix here. A lot of green is starting to make its way in the middle of the pack. Oh, Bryce is going to go down. So Dig and Sir Lose-A-Lot are going to take that position.
Oh, Bryce, Landry, and Rippin', all 3 go down right there. I think one of them hit a SpongeBob and their bike took everybody else out.
Yeah, there is Landry, there is Rippin'. Let's move back to these guys right here of Dig and Sir Lose-A-Lot. Oh, Dig's gonna make a slight mistake going into the corner of the sand section. Mojo's starting to just go over the table. Dig and Sir Lose-A-Lot side by side as they come into the corner, but Sir Lose-A-Lot is going to be able to take that inside and take away the position as they're both taking the inside for Larocco's. And oh, Dig's going to hard case into Larocco's and go down. So Sir Lose-A-Lot with some breathing room now as Rippin' is trying to catch back up to them.
He's gonna need a lawyer for that case.
That is a painful pun. There is Sync Envy. Where are our leaders? There is Panda, and there is Rai. So Rai on the Twisted Tea Suzuki is starting to come through the sand section. It will be the white flag. When Rai crosses the finish again. I'm just getting some words in the booth here that Landry did not have a lap count, so that's something we're gonna take a look at after the motos. I have to check the film on that.
Here we go, last lap.
So it is the final lap for Rai. Panda gonna be on him. If Panda wants that win, he is gonna have to put it in a new gear, because he's only about 2 seconds behind. But I think he might have made a mistake, because I believe that has dropped to about more of a 5-second gap. But Rai is gonna start getting into the lappers now. But extremely good ride from Rai here. Both motos.
Yeah, him and Panda both of those guys rode solid today to be up in the front for both motos here.
You never thought Twisted Tea would look so good.
We're hit so hard.
Or hit so hard. Coming up just in front of them, this is the battle for 16th. Or 15th, my apologies, as Grizz is going to end up making some mistakes. So Resolute Kraken is going to move up to that 15th position. And here comes Rye. Coming in for the turn and going over Larocco's for the last time. I lost my camera there for a second. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, your Moto 2 winner. Rye on the Twisted Tea Suzuki is going to take it. Panda of Sky Racing is going to take second. In third place, there is Mickley on the Tropical Honda.
You know,
He is going to take third. A good podium from Mickley. Van Meel is going to physically take fourth, but where will these cuts actually leave him? So J-Lab's actually going to take fourth here. Can Sync Envy have enough time and maybe take another spot? He will. So Van Meel now dropping to sixth. Mojo coming in. So Mojo is going to take seventh. Van Meel is solidified in sixth place. Motodon is going to take eighth as Dig takes ninth due to some cuts. Sir Lose-A-Lot will be in 10th. We're coming in this final push here. Rippin and Landry. So Rippin is going to take 11th. Landry will take 12th due to a lap not counting. Hurry is going to take 13th. Here we go. Oh, Barber and Jensen battling. Barber just trying to make it. So Barber will take 14th. Jensen will take 15th.
He's got some cuts, but it looks like there ain't but one rider left on the track, and he had him gapped. So
Yeah, let's see here.
Mr.
And it is
Resolute,
Resolute Kraken. A gentleman's finish, as always. We always thank Resolute Kraken and his Twitch channel every time to the moon. Always give a thanks to Resolute Kraken for putting up the timing and scoring on his Twitch channel. Make sure, if you guys don't, go give that man a follow. But the man right here, Rye on the Twisted Tea Suzuki, is going to be your winner with Panda of Sky Racing in second, Mickley in third, Sync Envy fifth, and J-Lab is going to round out your top 5 this evening.
Man, what an awesome night of racing for Backyard MX.
oh, for sure, man.
Another amazing night of racing.
Yeah, the C class and C class, D class never failed to put on a good show, man. And what a solid ride, man, from Ryan Panda to finish up in top 3, both motos, and Mick Lee, man, that second moto, you know, he made her stick, man. He put it up in there in the top 3 and got a podium. So congrats to him. That was a solid ride from him.
Yeah, so it sounds like